Now it's almost certain that you give, this number will really spend tan money to recruit an outstanding striker during the transfer the upcoming summer after deciding farewell to Cristiano Ronaldo in the transition period. Winter transfer Red Devil has recruited money, Dutch world religion in the form of Cho. Borrowed until the end of this year's season despite the demand. The Dutch player has started in most of the games, Premier League matches since joined the club, but all of them we can all see that it's clearly me are not qualified to play for a team big ball like United. Erican H has not yet decided to sign the contract permanent contract with a 30-year-old player OR.NO, but I have a feeling that everyone will like it. Spend your investments to bring about more advanced options than strikers. Napoli's superstar Victor Osimhen has emerged as one of the potential candidates. Ability to get into the sights of the home team. Old traffic in the summer transfer window. However, the president of Napoli Aurelia Dorrance will definitely give an advertisement. Foxes can make devils red and falter. The same thing happened to the captain, Harry Kane, who may be gone after Tottenham's next bad season. Keep going through a season. Title despite the performance, personal very impressive team captain. England are considering a move. To a new team in the summer. These just like Lawrence president. Toiletti has repeated many times. Desire to keep Ken emphasized his stance, his firmness that he would not let Ken. Join any team in Premier League if you can't recruit. 2 top strikers on Man United that will probably redirect to a name, another breakout star this season. 2 Talanta Ramos Quinton could be the name is relatively unknown to fans, Premier League, but the Danish player possessing the potential to be an Olin. Manchester United's Horrent in May. 3 Hojlund suddenly dropped in love. I love admitting that I'm a big fan, the heat of the Old Trafford Stadium team now if you ask I won't hide the fact that it's true that I'm a huge fan. Especially love, so in terms of, personally it would be one of those dreams. Biggest for me. Warehouse always said in Atlanta interview spent €17 million to get the signature of the money. Danish religion last summer. And showing off to the team. Italy is a suitable choice for the development of this player while coaching. Coach Gianparini turned into a stars here instead of players. The Danes sit on the bench for the princess. Gianparini chose Hojlund as his choice. Choose number 1 in the position of spearhead striker of. I'm up to this point of the season. Holly brought home 7 goals with 2. The assist phase in Syria is beyond the end. Hojlund point also impresses physically. Technical qualities as well as mastery. Space that makes people so. Compare industry with Olin Horrent recently. Holly's name was mentioned all over the newspaper after scoring a hat-trick. Denmark overcame Finland with a score of 3-1 in the Euro 2004 qualifying match. According to some transfer information pages. Transfer is outside of Manchester United. Arsenal are also in the spotlight. Certain for the Dane striker circuit, while Grammar Bridge is also floating. Up as a candidate scrambling for words. Sign of Howlund when the royal team, Spain is looking for a replacement. Long for the position of music. Brazilian caramel babe. But they always caught the eye. Their own on that basis. Man United can must act quickly if you want to give. Young Danish star with Otraft in. This summer. Then they always have. What are the advantages and what will happen if in the system? Coach Erican has been building a model is always embodying. Of a modern center forward whose the combination of physical speed, technical speed and ability. The ability to finish. Next to that is the ability work tirelessly at first glance. Similarities between the Netherlands and Ramos Soy is always quite clear. Duo Nordic people all have long blonde hair. Both have impressive heights. Left-footed and both very dangerous in. The last third of the field. In a recent interview. Coach Gianpiero Gasparini of the time we have compare his summer contract with Man City. Holly's scoring machine has. Spirit, energy, hard work also. Like the technique she still has. A lot of time to improve him. Have very similar characteristics to Orchids. Not only faces they are always very fast. He only need 11 seconds to complete. 100 m distance in terms of his height. That has a low center of gravity and can move. Feet are very fast. I believe that students of. I will have a great career. She gets stronger every day with her height. Almost 1m9 with great body. Can completely crush the defender's face. Side while facing the frame. Word it with subtlety in its ability, with his observation, He can pass. Ball for teammates who are climbing up as well as. Completely able to turn the ball over. Defender before taking advantage of the boost. Your speed to bring the ball up. Before the ideal body shape of each development, continuous growth of the body can help. They always get stronger and stronger. In the future then ready to confront. With big central defenders in the land of fog, they always tend to move wide to. Take part in the home team's rise. 19 year old players often pull back deep to pull the. Defenders get out of position and create space. Empty behind the opponent's defense. Astaanta will immediately deploy tons. Fill those gaps with. The phase transition is fast unlike most. All the other players with massive bodies show off your technique and speed. Very nimble Danish striker. Fiercely in competitive situations, except one-on-one words that opens up the opportunity to attack. This player has a pair of legs. Agile to handle the ball in the air. Tight space and then pass the opponent. Defend with powerful steps and abilities. Great acceleration they always can. Speeding up in trap-breaking situations. Offside escapes to face the goalkeeper. The opponent often participates in the ball phase. Super fast state transition of the whole team. This is very suitable for trolls. Although not able to provide the numbers yet, impressive with the number of goals. But just watch some of their goals. In this season you can see the possibility, the ability to finish from difficult positions of. He's always been fat for me. Player can definitely score from 15 to 20. Goals in the Premier League in the future especially thanks to the ability to be ambidextrous. Allow this player to launch. Shots in many other positions. Together. Over 1309 minutes in Syria this season. Kowal already. There are 7 goals with the expected goal of 0.6.8. Honu has only taken 2 shots from outside the prohibition in Syria this season in both. This is only 2m from the forbidden circle. Shows that the 19-year-old striker is not the type of player who respects the ball. He will not stop. Points if standing in a difficult position. There they always find a way to move. Move into favorable positions to stop. Points and so if you put the inventory in Manchester United squad in front position, young talented director like Denmark will. Offers a lot of things that the battle system. The technique of trainer Eriken Hafon. It is always possible to play the same role. Like we got can now ice down and. Effectively link gameplay. Company time is the target to the satellites pulsing. Around the direction of the incoming ball. But no. Like the Dutch striker they always will definitely bring more for a Manchester United's attack player. 19-year-old still has the ability to handle the ball. In narrow space the ability to dribble. Speed and most importantly ability. Score. What United are hungry for, music, manipulation is very fond of rich players. Desire to have a strong fighting spirit. And most of all, always reach the top of the club. If you start at this point, you probably won't either. What to worry about is a dwarf. Long-time member Red Devil Clear Throne. Stars born in 2003 will do their best and do everything. Things for the success of the team if they. Always join our old stadium team. Will witness a confrontation. Taste between 2 Scandinavian monsters. At the Manchester Derby. This will be, the prospect has many fans. Look forward if you think Hala is the throne. The only star in Northern Europe to reach the level the world doesn't know. Only one. In a few years you will have to rethink fast. Holly's growth is getting faster. Much for your age. The heart of the big teams for the bridge. 19-year-old players are understandable. There is still a lot to improve on the technical side. Ability but regular game minutes. Regularly will help this player perfect day by day. Better than Ryan Mars. Holly a junior player. Have the ability to move intelligently. Strong speed and diverse finishing ability. Then the 19-year-old religion can soon follow the Dutch. The Premier League and if exploited. Properly played in a system. Suitable for this left-footed court. Can produce the same effect as Orchids. On the UK's number 1 league.